Good morning, my amazing students. This is your language arts video for Monday, April 20th. You get a different view for this video because my family's all asleep. All right, a couple things to go over. There have been some changes I've made for as long as we are online schooling. I am going to actually just ask you to study your Latin, all the vocabulary we've learned so far on your own. It's really difficult to test you guys and see where you're at and see what you're learning not there in person, especially when we can't do all of our usual activities that we were doing. So just know that it's really just kind of up to you to practice your words and keep on top of your vocabulary for the next little while. Hopefully we'll be able to go back to the school. I don't know yet. Also, this week for literature, I am not assigning any of our stories, short stories. I want you guys to all really take at least 30 minutes a day. So what we would be spending in literature hour to read your book report books. I sent an email out about this, and I know there may be some of you who have finished your book report book, so I would suggest starting your next month book report book, which is a technical manual, which is a how-to, like technical manual. For example, my son replaced our water heater, and he had to read the instruction manual on how to do that. So it is something that will teach you how to do something. You could build a birdhouse or play the ukulele. If it is cooking that you are wanting to do, I don't know, I'm gonna be a little more picky this year. You have to actually read a good amount of the how-to portion of it. You can't just read a recipe. All right, so this week, that is what literature is going to be. Also, if you are my math student, I am going to be correcting your math homework now because I need to see day to day how you guys are doing, which means all homework has to be turned in by 8 o'clock the day after it's assigned. So today's homework has to be turned in by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for you guys to get full credit. If it is not turned in by that time, then you will be docked for having it in late, because in order for me to stay on top of correcting, I need you guys turning your work in on time. All right, so today, you guys are gonna be so excited. We are finally doing the poem you have been begging for all year long, Bleezer's Ice Cream. You need to copy that into your steno in really nice penmanship, and it's going to take up some room. So just write, I would suggest writing each ice cream flavor on a line because it will help you to memorize it. This is how it looks. Like each flavor is just on a line. And if you write it that way in your steno, I think it will be easier to read. So this is a 3-week poem. I will be splitting it for you, and you'll be passing off a section each week, and then obviously the 3rd week you'll pass all of it off. You need to be really practicing and doing a good job so that each week you are doing a good job, and we'll be doing that through Zoom call. So I'm just going to go over today what we have to do. So you need to carefully copy your poem into steno and send me a picture. Penmanship people, you will have page 162. And you guys, I need you really you should be passing penmanship off. So the way to do this for the 3 of you who are still on penmanship is not only to have your penmanship papers looking nice, but all of your homework needs to be done in really nice penmanship. And you guys should really be able to pass that off. Asher is super close. Eddie, you're super close, but I need to see all of your work in your best penmanship. Grammar today, we're gonna cover some new concepts, and then you're going to have a test. So you need to make sure to be watching this, because this is where I'm teaching you that. There's no writing or journal prompt today. If you're in my math, you just go watch the video and do the set. Vocabulary we'll go over today. We are back on history. We're back on history week, so I will be sharing a video of me reading the chapter with you, and then you will have questions to answer every day, Monday through Thursday for this week and next week. Spelling list is spelling list 23, and there are only 22 words, which is kind of exciting for all of you. So you just have 1 through 11 today for homework in your best penmanship, obviously, and spelled correctly 3 times. And then literature is your reading. So let's jump into this. I am going to read the poem to you so you can hear how some of these funky things are. If you have this printed up, you can follow along with me. I'm not going to hold it up. It's a really long poem. So just follow along with me every day for the next 3 weeks, looking in your steno, or if you print up a copy, you have to write it in your steno either way. That part actually helps you to start memorizing it. That's why we do that activity. All right, Bleezer's Ice Cream by Jack Pilecki. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's Ice Cream Store. There are flavors in my freezer you have never seen before. 28 divine creations, too delicious to resist. Why not do yourself a favor? Try the flavors on my list. Coca Mocha Macaroni, Tapioca Smoked Bologna, Checkerberry Cheddar Chew, Chicken Cherry Honeydew, Tutti Frutti Stewed Tomato, Tuna Taco Baked Potato, Lobster Lychee Lima Bean, Mozzarella Mangosteen, Almond Ham Meringue Salami, Yam Anchovy Prune Pastrami, Sassafras Bulky Hash, Sukiyaki Succotash, Butter Brickle Pepper Pickle, Pomegranate Pumpernickel, Peach Pimento Pizza Plum, Peanut Pumpkin Bubblegum, Broccoli Banana Bluster, Chocolate Chop Suey Cluster, Avocado Brussels Sprout, Periwinkle Sauerkraut, Cotton Candy Carrot Custard, Cauliflower Cola Mustard, Onion Dumpling Double Dip, Turnip Truffle Triple Flip, Garlic Gumbo Gravy Guava, Lentil Lemon Liver Lava, Orange Olive Bagel Beet, Watermelon Waffle Wheat. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's Ice Cream Store. Taste a flavor from my freezer. You will surely ask for more. So each line is a flavor. So pomegranate pumpernickel, chocolate chop suey cluster, each of those are a flavor. So today we're going to practice 1/3, and we're going to go to pastrami. So this is what it will be. Bleezer's Ice Cream by Jack Pilecki, and this is what we'll be due Friday. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's Ice Cream Store. There are flavors in my freezer you have never seen before. 28 divine creations, too delicious to resist. Why not do yourself a favor? Try the flavors on my list. Coca Mocha Macaroni, Tapioca Smoked Bologna, Checkerberry Cheddar Chew, Chicken Cherry Honeydew, Tutti Frutti Stewed Tomato, Tuna Taco Baked Potato, Lobster Lychee Lima Bean, Mozzarella Mangosteen, Almond Ham Meringue Salami, Yam Anchovy Prune Pastrami. That is what is due this week. So you're going and tell pastrami for the poem this week. All right, we have a new set of vocabulary words this week. So today, and it says on your list, you just need to write this big and colorfully because this is the new word, which everything will be a synonym for, unless it's an antonym, but usually they're synonyms. So our word is time, okay? And that time is a noun, and it's a point of time measured in hours and minutes. So this is talking about the passing and the way we calculate time. Now, obviously, there's other kinds of time, like a time period of life, right? Like this time in our lives that we're in quarantine has to do with time. And then there's also like you can be timed in a race or math test, things like that. But we are going to just do this definition that is talking about the passing of or measurement of hours and minutes. Like I said, this needs to be done in big colorful letters on your index card or your makeshift index card. Okay, grammar today is something those of you who had me last year will be familiar with, and those of you who didn't, just be aware that on page 142 of your grammar book is the list of everything that I'm going to be going over right now. So we're going to be talking about irregular verbs. Okay, so let's first talk about what a regular verb is. A regular verb forms its past and past participles by adding ed or d to the original, which is the infinitive form. Many verbs, as you know, do not follow regular ways of forming participle parts. So a participle part means when you have a word, how you use it in different parts of the sentence, like past tense, future tense, present tense. So this is what we are going to be talking about for the next little while. A future tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. These are just different ways that we take a verb and we change it to fit it into those parts of the sentence. So an irregular verb is one that forms its past and past participle in some other way than just adding ed or d. Okay, so one of the ways that it's changed is the vowel is changed. For existence, ring becomes rung or ring. Come becomes came or come. Shrink becomes shrank or shrunk. And all these last ones are have rung, have come, have shrunk, like they will have a helper verb. Okay? Another way it can change vowel and consonant, such as do, did, does, go, went, gone. Sorry, do, did, done, go, went, gone, see, saw, seen. So these are all words that mean the same things, but they're in different parts of the speech. And then there's also ones that you make no change. So hurt, I am hurt, hurt, I have hurt, hurt, I got hurt, okay? Put, have put, burst, burst, have burst. Those ones don't even change at all. So we are going to have a whole list of words like I told you, and they are listed on page 142. The infinitive is the word, the verb. Okay, that's how it starts out. And then present participle means like presently, past and past participle. So let's look at this. Infinitive, begin. So our word begin. Past part or present participle is begin, right? The call is beginning now. That's my dog wanting me to let her in. Or not, she's gonna go crazy. Okay. That was weird. Okay, she actually knows how to open the door, so I'm just gonna ignore her. All right. Infinitive is begin. Present participle is beginning. Past is began. Past participle is have begun. She knows how to open the door, doesn't know how to close it. Kind of like children sometimes. All right. So you're gonna just need to look at this list of words, all of you in your grammar book on page 142 to kind of get familiar with what is being done, how you would use them in this sentence, okay? Drive, infinitive. Present participle, driving. Past participle, drove. Past participle, or sorry, past drove. Past participle, have driven. So to are past, to are present, okay? So I just want you to, we're gonna look at the oral drills together. So a verb, we're gonna just take one of these verbs, put it in a sentence and see which form it needs to be in. The following exercise covers the first 10 irregular verbs on page 142. So I'm just gonna do some of these out loud. Okay, the first word is come. So you need to figure out what form of come fits best. We have a list of come over here. Come, coming, came, have come. Okay? If the sentence has the word have, had, has, any form of the word have, then it's going to be the past participle. So this one is porpoises have often. So since we have the word have, we know it's going to be what form of come are we going to use? Or are we going to use the form of come, have come. Porpoises have often come to the rescue of shipwrecked sailors. Okay, burst, we remember that's one that doesn't change no matter what form. When the dike burst, the people fled to higher ground. Drive, after reading an article on Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. My parents, okay, so after reading an article on this place in North Carolina, my parents blanked there for a vacation. So it has already happened. So it is past. There is not a helper verb. So it is drove. And you can just look over here and see that it is drove. Okay? So this is what, and then the next section, and you can do some of these with your parent, exercise 3 and exercise 4, they just cover each section. Right here, there's 3 sections of 10 words each, and then each section, exercise 2, 3, 4, I'll just cover 10 of those words. So practice doing some of those because you're going to have a test on them today. And we're just learning about them. And so I want you to just practice some of these, just pick some out, just do them verbally. You may look here until you really feel you have a good feel of it. And then you need to go and you need to take the test. Review exercise A. It starts on page 146 and goes to 147. There are 20 of them. And let me read what you'll be doing. The following exercise covers several irregular verbs from the list on page 142. Write the numbers 1 through 20 on your paper. After each number, write the form of the verb that will fit correctly in the blank. So I'm going to give you an example. This is not from the assignment, so you will have to do the one. So I'm going to write what it will look like and then show you what you will do. Okay, so there will be a verb. This one is wear. Then there will be a sentence. This old jacket has certainly blank well, and I have to take my form of wear and fit it to this sentence. Now this one makes it pretty simple because we do have our helper that is a form of has, have, had. Okay, so that makes me know that it is a past participle. And if I flip over to page 142, I go to my word worn. Sorry, I'm trying to show you guys how to do this. Wear, and with have, it is worn. This old jacket has certainly worn well. This is using the irregular verbs correctly in sentences. Let's do one more together that does not have a helper verb in it, which means it won't be past participle. Okay, so this word is do. Do you remember? Sorry, my computer weirdly just had a screen pop up. Do you remember what we blank then? Okay, so let's go to do. Do. Do you remember what we do then? Present, like happening right now. Do you remember what we doing then? We know it doesn't have, so it's not going to be our past participle. Do you remember what we have done then, because there's no have? Past, do you remember what we did then? Since we're talking about something that has already happened, it is in the past. So it is not currently happening in the present. So it is did. Do you remember what we did then? All right, email me if you have any questions on this test, but I does. I do want you to practice some oral drills out loud with yourself, with a parent, something first before you start the test, and then you're going to be doing the test. And all you have to do is write the correct form of the word. You don't have to write the whole sentence, so don't worry about that. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions. You may, even for the test, use page 142. All right, I'm so super happy to be back in class. It's crazy, we only have 5 weeks left of school, you guys. Hope you had an awesome spring break. And have a great rest of your day.